Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing, spectacular, wondrous Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, your number one source of comedy to entertainment around these parts. Master Propaganda here, like defender of the fatherland. Off here to a 1v1 on Arnhem Checkpoint in north. It is PFC, funding for the Oberkommandwest Germany, Deutschland, here with Grand Offensive. Featuring the Panzerfusiliers, smoke bombs, Inflecht Sturmgewehr 44, Panzer Commander, and the Command Tiger Triple Infantry Division in the south. It is Use-m246. Fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, and Comrade Stalin, the motherland. Taking on the role here of the 20th Tank Corps with Gat Motor Defensive Tactics and Urban Defense with Triple Infantry Bulletins there. As always, a big hearty thanks to my paid supporters, these champions, these heroes who keep me in the fight by supporting the Propagandacast. So you too can join their wondrous ranks by pledging yourself. You can always just consider donating for a one-time bit of support there. Links in the description. Always, you know, comment, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz there. Again, I hate having to say this all the time, but, you know, apparently it works. And again, it just keeps the YouTube algorithms from tearing my head off. So we got Panzerfusilier full start here for PFC versus Double Engineer, Double Construct here for Use-m246. Double Engineers allows them for a bit of faster map control in the early game, plus in theory more barbed wire in the early game, if that becomes necessary there. But of course means less immediate offensive firepower. PFC's Panzer Squad, they're heading eastwards here. In the west, we've got Sturmpeony moving up, and this west further, Volkskonzert Squad moving up as well here for PFC. And if they had to give it the divisional unit, in which case it's the Großdeutschland Panzergrenadier-Division, so technically the original unit to have Panzerfusiliers. Later, other units received Panzerfusiliers for varying reasons. It was always just like an honorific title, you know, a fancier name instead of Panzergrenadier, so they were Panzerfusiliers. You technically also had Panzer Musketeers, which were basically just tank crews that were forced to fight as infantry and then got that fancy title. It was, I think, something around 1945 that happened. Third conscript there for Use-m246. Sandbags in the west here. Moving forward as well. As for wondering, did German tank crews fight as infantry a lot? Yes, they did. It happened even like way back in 1942. Well, a lot of them suddenly were converted into ski troops, like that by Field Marshal Model. Comes to the Panzerfusilier. East side here, engineers bring up there. Eastern field for the Frontovics. We got the Panzers moving forwards here. Back here, troops. Not much else doing there since there's none in the base. So, Double Panzer is looking to be a Panzer for the heavy build here by PFC. Obviously, a bit weaker early game, which is usually why most players aren't huge fans of it, since again, it's typically a bit of a trade-off there, which they aren't willing to commit to. But again, later on, with the G45s, you do pack quite the punch. So that's usually sort of the thing there. Are you willing to make that investment? Sturmpanzer for the talk center, contra, they're taking a few hits here. We got engineers coming up here as well. Third Panzer squad there, halfway done for PFC. Use-m246. We'll probably soon change some engineers to take up. We got engineers playing up behind here. Looks like they're moving away from there. Comes to their routed, or perhaps they just moved to their own. That happens from time to time as well, unfortunately. Engineers with the troops in the center. Contra back north there. Contra moving eastwards. Yeah, backed up with engineers here. Panzer squad nearby. 4 men. Sturmpeony moving in, but they're a bit depleted here. No sign of tech yet for either side. The Imagine Use, there we go, has gone for the field infirmary, providing vital medical support for the infantry. Engineers then being surrounded here by German infantry. Quickly as Use-m246 realizes that engagement is of no use to him. Ha ha ha. Panzers moving forwards there for PFC. And the car point in the conscripts. Panzers moving in there by building. Opens up there from the roof of the windows there. With the Volkskonzert squad. Panzers are going for the car point there, putting Use-m246 in a bit of a pickle. No tech yet here for PFC. Typically you'd see Belgrave headquarters, but some players do like to go for mechanized regiment even if they go for this. But typically because again like that way you don't have to spend as much munitions on healing and just, you know, get medics up for your Panzerfusilier. So there's some small benefits. The car point here. Panzer moving towards the center, try on the way there for PFC. Troop reinforcing healing. Track out. Punch for the conscript, folks moving ahead as well. Arnhem going to go off there, burning them out. Troop reinforcing, mechanized running up there for PFC. Punches falling back here for PFC as well.
Back to full straight and ready. Steady yourself. Assembled and ready.
Carve Pond return there to PFC's controlling his main head. No. Not a lot of mines of any laid down here by Use-m246. Though, of course, he's going for flames. He's actually going for tripling these with double flamethrower. Wow. That's definitely not your usual server build. That's an interesting development there by Use-m246. Tripling Grenades, triple conscripts, double flamethrowers, which of course still leaves one squad open for minesweepers if it becomes necessary. Otherwise, you can go for triple flamethrowers, which is actually really good as well. That's actually fairly nasty for PFC to deal with. West side any squad moving up here. Mechanized red gun there. Could push out a look sit against Use-m246. Of course, we also decide to stick to the Puma. Centerbirds come to their back to clash in with a lot of Panzerfuziler. No sign of upgrades for any of those yet. Bit short on the munitions there. And the car from the flamethrower engineer team. And laying down mines. Very good for Use-m246. Grenade off it. Ooh, narrowly dodged it. Nicely done though by Use-m246 PFC, leaving him in a bit more awkward position here. Being disrupted with a lot of vital resources early on. We got the MD-44 for PFC and the German army. The Groß Deutschland. Sturmpanier folks at the end of the concert there. Engineer's been shot basically by the Panzerfuziler. K-19 casing out there again. Engineer's score almost taken out. Comes there being shot to bits. Back here, troops reinforcing. Western Sea units moving for the Western Fuel. Panzer moving eastwards. Mines down there by Use-m246. Grab the center victory point. Back here, nothing further going on there for Use as of yet. Worth noting though, again, he's putting such a priority on them, he's immediately willing to just conscripts with them to push them further ahead there. Interesting building again highlights really just the heavy flamethrower centric strategy by Use-m246 here versus PFC. Some players use that since the Overcross can actually kind of struggle with a large amount of flamethrowers. That is also worth keeping in mind there. So, Unit squad almost taken out. That's it. Use though probably may want to take up soonish. And there we go. Looks in the way for PFC. That could definitely be a problem for Use though. Again, he's hitting the fuel point. He's even got mines on the fuel point. Really strong disruptive play here by Use-m246. He's trying to avoid the engagements. He knows he can't easily win versus PFC anyways, which of course is the sensible way to do it. And that way, others just looking to harass, cut off, and just disrupt PFC's resource flow. And that way, again, so 2 thumbs up there to Use. So of course, PFC's doing the same here, obviously. Neither side really wanting no one to get ahead. But there you go. Flamethrowers there, making it hard again for PFC to dig anyone with his machine gun. Oh, could see white people across the punch. Ooh, blocked the retreat path a bit there. Luke's almost done. He doesn't have any anti-tank grenades. Hasn't chosen doctrine yet, so he can of course easily go for 2 of them with it features anti-tank guns, or he go for the one with guards infantry. Got Luke's out there for PFC. Just making their way back here for reinforcements and a bit of healing there. Cracking them the last box of medical supplies. So that's in this box of medical supplies. Well, you know, Pervitin. Pervitin? Yeah, it's good for you. As long as you don't take too much, in which case it's bad for you. How does that work? Don't ask. Mines down there again. Use again making it harder here for PFC to make a swing back into the match. Can't come caught here with the looks. Staying at a sensible distance because doesn't know if they have anti-tank grenades or not. But crucially, PFC is not there to find that out. Intentionally. Intentionally. There we go. Flop that one quite spectacularly. First squad upgrade there with the D43 package. You need to caught laying down mines. Again, lots of mines there from Use-m246, covering a lot of the crucial points there. Thumbs up. Far East got the Panzer warming head there with their G43, the Gewehr 43. Sort of was the war went on. The Germans were sort of intending to sort of equip all their line infantry with it. The main infantry with the G43, you know, sort of with a scope rifle that way. I'm going to say as an army of marksmen, but as the assault rifle, the Sturmgewehr 44 came into sight, it kind of realized, hang on, this is better. That was again a much more later development in the sense again. Overall, they had focused initially on machine guns, and thusly leaving the K19K as the main rifle rather than focusing on semi-automatics. Mine spotted there, but the mines were very good. Teasing away there for Use. Will probably prompt a Puma from PFC to respond to that. Obviously very good at that. The altogether doctrine for Use-m246 is Guard motive between the T-55s, heavy mortars, Guard rifle infantry, big group air training, and of course Mark vehicle. Looks been forward to this auto cannon correction machine gun there, based off the Panzer II chassis. There was a similar version of this tank though, based off the Czechoslovakian Panzer 38T. They're actually building roughly the same numbers, but the looks tend to be the one that gets all the attention. Little fun fact there, by the way. In fact, the Czechoslovakian Panzer 30 really was the basis for a lot of German equipment. Like, you had the heads, obviously, which is much more infamous or famous. But you also had, like, anti-aircraft stuff like the Gepard. You had the Grele, the self-propelled artillery. And so much other things. Just moving out there, east side here, we got constantly about there. Luke's hitting a mine. Not the greatest place to be hitting a mine there, obviously not the greatest place at all. Definitely a bit of bad news there for PFC's light tank. This is Use-m246 force there. Gas rifling from away there can easily be added with the DP light machine guns, and PFC just responded with the Puma, the 234-2. Also, very tiny fun fact about the Lukes and the Puma. There's actually 1945, they actually added a Puma turret to Luke somewhere, like, you know, I think it was basically because the turret on the Luke's got knocked out and had a Puma with, you know, non-functioning something, and they just switched it over there, creating effectively a light tank with a, you know, Puma turret. Little fun one there, little fun one. Just moving out the back up with engineers, going to the car on there. MD-34 folks moving head back at reinforcing, fixing up the Looks, and there we go, Puma ready. Schwerer Panzerspielwagen. Teaching the flying where the folks going to be there. In the center we got a big push here by Use-m246, deep light machines on the way there. Interesting enough, hasn't upgraded the final engineer squad yet. Probably hasn't thought about it, but it may also just be that Use wants to keep it open just in case, but after a certain time they just decide to go for flamethrowers anyways. It's not impossible there, there's certainly a lot of the potentials, ifs and buts there, mind games and whatnot, but I would not be surprised if then just see him go for a third flamethrower there and just, you know, have 3 flamethrowers, which would definitely be nasty. There you go, T's get caught up in the terrain here, always a bit awkward there when you get caught up with these small bottlenecks with the light tanks and whatnot, or even the medium tanks, trying to get them desperately through, and then for whatever reason then you just, like, you know, they can't move. But there you go, T's only down, a significant win here for PFC. That said, Use does of course still have some advantage here, but now the Luke has much more free room to roam against Use here, which is definitely a problem for Use. Luke's moving up here, 3 kills. That's set, going to take for the Puma. Luke's moving in, the Panzer moving up here as well. Could take out the Puma potentially, but no, does get away with it here. Stinging blows there to Use's infantry. Flamethrower Use continue to be a significant headache there for PFC's troops. Going with the Western Victory Point, we got 340 versus 468. And we get this 3 division field gun on the way for Use-m246. Luke's rolling ahead, engaging engineers out in the open. Artillery cannon raking them with hot fire. In the west we got Panzers here versus the Frontovics. No upgrades on the other units yet, but short munitions. Again, Use has been effectuating a very good harassment strategy, which again has made it very difficult for PFC to build up like, any significant build-up of resources. Now they're trying on the way, though he will be trying to take up here. Back here, troops reinforcing healing for Use. Field gun on the way there, since obviously needs something to deal with the Looks and the Puma until then, because we can't just run a single guard squad. We also get a mortar, not a heavy one, but just a regular one. A bit cheaper, accurate, but you know, less boom. Ace engineers there. Definitely a problem there for the Panzer teams since they aren't upgraded. An engineer squad nearby, and again, still some conscripts mixed in there. Third engineer squad, still not showing no sign of any further upgrades there. Conscript being routed here, Luke's moving up as well, not fully repaired. Has upgraded to repair pioneers by the way, thumbs up there to PFC, frees up a bit of mental space there, gun use with the Looks. Got the Gasp nearby, got the field gun here already as well to join in the fun. PFC striking back hard here from the German army, the war starts against the Use-m246 on the 20th Tank Corps. Putting up some spirited fighting here though by the Eastern Point. PFC though is determined to get it. Deny Use's resources. Truck number has been set up there. I believe someone did cancel it. I can't quite tell. Looks like it got cancelled then, I guess. Looks like it got cancelled. Interesting there. They I know, hit a mine or something, but that happened. So most likely hit a mine. I mean, got cancelled, not hit a mine, but I'm talking nonsense. Again, from the east was there, in the center got the engineers bring up. Mines being laid down, there's still an upgrade to those engineers. When we shoot, shatters the cover. Lots of healing repairs Reinforcement going on about in the base here for PFC. East side kept sneaking out. Okay, going for the try again here, Mr. PFC. Back in base for Use. Could consider slowly taking up now here. Moving for the mechanized armor companier. Use laying down mines. Again, just very, very consistent mining here, being usually cheap yet very effective mines here. Grabbing the eastern point. Meanwhile, PFC hasn't been mining at all. Partly because we've been setting up resources for the G43s, but again, in part has to keep spending munitions on the medical supplies, which actually eats up again a significant amount of resources, making it hard for them to go for them. Which again is why some players, again, just stick to the battlefield headquarters. They don't have to, preserve or spend munitions on both things. I mean, they can much faster get all the G43 grenadiers or panzers going and give them a much harder time with that. But again, PFC here is hoping for the light armor, so far, in a sense, hasn't been punished too much for it, but still got those panzers upgraded faster. Including the conscripts, we have panzers sitting up there in a slightly safe position.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Firing around the church and the restaurant. In the east here, we got Kevin caught with the conscripts routed. Mechanized armor cut for use, something of course for upgrades to the conscripts. Luke's joining in with the panzers tearing through the front fix there, the light cover. Turning out to be not much against heavy German firepower. You can't rout here as the restaurant is occupied with the vicious German forces. Luke's is about to mine, he was not careful. Flamethrower rushing in to assist. We've got two flamethrower teams there, burning through PFC's forces fast, and there you go. The looks, more mines go off. There's so many mines going off in a short amount of time. They're really just disrupting PFC's attack here, making it happen to react to what's going on there. As Use-m246 counterattacks now, taking advantage of the disruption in the flow of attack here by the mines. There you go. Panzer about to get wiped out. He's trying to get up some time. The problem is the flamethrowers are doing so much damage. Again, yep, there we go. Wipe, punished. He's not retreating in time and undressing the flamethrowers here. Mortar joining in the fun here as well. Getting some damage in, but is yet to secure any kills. PFC, of course, will need to replace the infantry losses. Obviously, that'll never be a good choice, but decides to go for more Panzer Fusiliers. He's also at least finally upgrading another squad over in the field with the G43s. Very good. Whole squad about to get wiped out. And will I imagine be pushing for the T-3035, but of course he could go for T-34.6. There you go. He actually cancels the Panzer and realizes, hang on, I could just go for Obersoldaten. They're robotastic. East side could see a bit more action there from PFC, but he needs to keep the mines a bit more about, since Hughes is clearly aware that the mines are having a great effect on his opponent, and is probably not going to stop laying them down. Punching back in the east here. Looks also on the move there. And maximum there for Use-m246. Then through the conscripts in the east here. Close the rest need two. Punch there by the western victory point. That's going to be from there for Use's flank of it, forcing the retreat there. Very good.
Encroaching on our territory.
You need light anti-tank support?
Let's move forwards here. Gaining less than G2, but also getting buttoned up here. Different upgrade for the looks. We've got maximum force to occupy the church, forming up a strong defensive point around the church here, forming an anchor point. It's going to be harder. Gives you the break without some significant firepower. He's not really got any artillery to work with. No light infantry guns. Stupid of course, the same with the stupid now, anyways. But he does need some sort of artillery at this rate there. It's going to have to swing harder. He's or something in there. No upgrades in there. Go bunker at the conscripts and catch them, forcing a full wipe. He uses M26 as infantry. Kuma needs to fall back here, taking air fire there. Panzer squad there, suppressed out in the open. Opson doing what they can there. Already got 5 kills there. Goes double flamethrowers, being enveloped in the fires of socialists. Being sending out position out to 34. Mortified keeps punching the panzers into the ground. An absolutely unforgiving fight in the machinery position at the wrong time, I think. Causing the Intinion people to get wasted as well. That is really rubbish there for PFC. Great for Use-m246. Absolutely amazing. T-34 away for Use-m246. That's going to be a problem for PFC. He's going for another Kednaf, so he's probably expecting it, to be honest. Luke's racing in. catching the units out in the open. They have still not been upgraded. 9 kills on the looks. Still feel like you should dispatch some forces east, Mr. Rash needs some extra on the fuel there, slow down users' income. We got 238 to 452 here. Next one pushed out. Troops heading out here. Punch squad not fully upgraded. Well, reinforced. I mean, the other side could be upgraded here with the Infantry-Sturmgewehr, particularly considering the focus on the centre here with a lot of buildings going to be covered. The Infantry-Sturmgewehrs do have bonus against units in that, so that would be, I think, good. That said, PFC needs to be careful not to focus much on the centre. Meanwhile, users dispatching 8 units westwards to flank out here and just begin forcing PFC to respond to that. Though Luke will probably say need to deal with that very swiftly. Chief of the ready for Use-m246, opening up there with a heavy salvo, but missing. Orbs on there, I think need to retreat. They're already incredibly unhealthy. I think any further engagement risks A, getting wiped, or just being a waste of manpower for PFC. So I definitely think they need to just get out of there. Puma sneaking in there, looks from westwards as expected. Orbs on flying back here. Mortar there with virtually 4 kills. Storm Pioneer backing up, or backed up, looks like push off the front from the western victory point. East side is still not seeing a lot of action there.
Enemy movement on the flank.
Feel like PFC is perhaps overposing a bit too much to the centre. That said, you could soon go for Panzer 4, but again, versus the T-Foot for the Panzer 4 in the Moldier will struggle there, got the opposite is white. Again, like, just a waste of manpower there. He should have retreated, he should have been able to mark. They just were so unhealthy, it didn't make any sense, to be honest, to move in them like that. Trying to take out the T-Foot bomb, using the Puma, also using the Kidnapper here. Nope, well, again, he merged the conscripts with the Engineers, prioritising the Engineers over the conscripts, which again really just highlights how powerful these flamethrower teams can actually be. Looks raising again, no exposing itself, and Ox King knocked as well here. Puma went out like a exploding candle in the night. Not great enough for PFC, definitely great for Use-m246. And guess looks as well, that ain't another sting blow to PFC losses, Orbs Blood losses, Puma and losses looks within minutes. This is tactically very big for Use-m246 and certainly strategically also very handy. Because now PFC lacks a lot of tools to constrain the mobility of Use-m246. And I think PFC's by the way is saving up for the command Tiger tank here, by the looks of it. Could work out, but the problem is at this rate he might actually risk his opponent just getting out even more stuff and just overwhelming the Tiger tank, so I am not 100% sure the Tiger tank is going to be the optimal choice. We'll have to see. There's always the chance of being proven wrong. Flares off there from the mortar. Thumbs off there by Use. Finding in the centre, more finding for immediately. Very much restructuring PFC's defensive centre there. And good teeth getting a great hit there. Blooding in the Falcons, empty force being pushed back, almost wiped out in fact. Roughly a minute now away from the command target tank here versus Use-m246. But can PFC hold up for that long, and can he then do the necessary fights there with the Tiger tank? Pushing ahead here with the punch of the Sturm Junior. Tifo arrives and takes off a good chunk of Germans. Guards are backing up here with fine positions already enabled. Engineers ready there, 17 kills, 5 of them backing up here. Okay, moved up. The punch there needs to get out of the building fast before the flame dudes just make short work of them. West side here. Jump punch, right punch. Keep pushing ahead here and on max moving up here, forcing retreating on the east side of PFC's assault. Leaving only a single cannon of the Panthers to really be able to assist, and they're going to have to treat as well. UC doing some heavy damage to PFC as he is desperately hoping the Tiger tank will be his ticket out of this valley of woe. There we go, 24-minute mark. Command Tiger, adding the pin-mounted MG42. Meanwhile, there's a Katyusha rocket launcher for Use-m246. Won't be effective as the Command Tiger, but with 2 field guns, he may not need it as much. since those are very good against heavy infantry with a bit of efficiency. And they're also tough to deal with because, again, they got 6-man crews. But there you go. Looks like he's finally just needs to attack Ultras and moving eastwards. Thumbs up there to PFC, though I am not a big fan again of the target store. Then again, the T-35 is a bit hard to like find anything good, but there you go. Come to their routed, and I'll sit. I guess in nearby infantry.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Quick moving forces to hold up this. Need to pick up dive the target tank in too blindly, since we should be aware of the possibility of the mines if the target tank hits a mine in front of field guns. That's going to be very bad news for PFC and very great news for Usemango. Taking hits there already. We got 149 to 123. More forces slowly arriving here to support the target's assault, but again needs to be careful here. Great hit from the target. Field gun. Cleaning up the target tank. A lot of damage here. Target tank half health, already damaged engine. Maximum out from inside the church here. Need to fix up the target tank. Schnell, we got the Tiger from nothing here. You cut through trouble. Need to fix up that Tiger. Could use a barrage there. Most rockets. Ooh, flying a bit high there. Looks like the Sturmpanzer's fixed up the target safely. You can see that PFC's not taking any chances. He's playing it safe until he knows the barrage is safely, gone. And, most of the rockets, if not all of them, have gone overhead. Since obviously if it gets caught, they're repairing it. And the rocket lands him remotely close. He could risk wiping his entire Sturmpanzer squad, in which case PFC is going to be in a really, really bad place.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
You got machine gun sitting up. You got Company 4 backed up with the max machine gun. Target tank is good to go once more here for PFC and the German army. Going ahead over the Tiger. Might want to see if we can't get like ace amount of going. Check the AC and of course grab the card on the fuel point. Company taking it from the target tank. Got sitting up and you for here, but the building's already taking too much damage. And machine gun crew has also taken significant damage. Ghost Sturmpanzer is checking for mines, grab the car plant, very good. Field guns nearby, preventing like any easy push there alongside the mines, and again, very thorough mining job here by Use-m246, 2 thumbs up. We just went eastwards there. Going back to Western Point, folks moving up the target tank nearby, 2 kills so far. Not as been able to find any great targets. Maxim though could be in trouble in as the target's moving forward. There we go. Shoots right at it. Maxim could be taking nearly any damage. Field is going in there. Also got constant guard nearby. 235. Nobody's emerging constant with the guard squad. Thumbs up to use again. Very good usage of merger rule. 30 new squad boys still not upgraded. Guess he wants to still keep the option open, but at this point might as well just go for flamethrowers, I guess. Target tank almost on a half. There we go. Button up in front of the field gun. Bad news for PFC. Great no for users at field gun, of course. As a slow moving target is much easier to hit target. Got smoke bombs in here. Max between in trouble there. Surprised they didn't use the smoke sooner, anyways. Need to repair the target. Should probably just pull it back to the mechanized regiment alongside the Sturmpanzer. Just fix it up there. Get it done fast. But for some reason, they actually held it up there. I think you should just pull it back there, to be honest, and just get it done faster. Not entirely sure why would insist on that. Fine, did you think so? The pair pioneers, Oberleutnant. Well, they called my wife fat. Really? Yeah. That's not very nice, but I don't see why that should affect your repair of the Tiger tank. I guess you're right. And so he moved it back. I'm sure he'll demand an apology afterwards. Grab the Eastern Point here. Yeah, again, much faster repairs with the Command Tiger. Now he's got both Sturm Pioneers and Repair Pioneers working on it. Thumbs up there. T-55 there with 12 kills. He actually hasn't gone for like more armor. That's about doing to PFC having some decent map control there. That said, he's getting more fuel now. Could go for the H5. He could also just go for another T-55. Of course, that Set, there's a bit of a major holding up, which is a hold block there, which is too much population. Use Titan up to the can, next one again. More mines here from Use-m246. Lots of hits there. Another nice hit again for us to point into a bit of trouble. Titan hits another mine. My god. Ha ha ha. Getting the engineers here though, small win there for PFC. Finally gets rid of one of the engineers towards the end of the user's command. But the lack, I think, of a light infantry gun is making it much harder to like to push through there, since the line's going to provide more constant pressure, but also providing smoke streams at the no cost. Pantherform again though for PFC. Need to fix up the target tank. Careful the stern parties. Obviously, there's a hope here that the building will screen them from the rockets. But there's still like the possibility, yup, of a straight rocket then wiping most of them. But again, I like the idea of using, building to screen up and protect there. In that case, you probably should use a taller building like this one, rather than, a smaller, almost shed-like building. 85 there for Use-m246. We got 72 there. 72 victory points for 123. We got smoke bombs again. Top of that, I think much of a larger scale assault. I don't think you can make much use of the smoke, to be honest. 9 kills and then ace mortar. Phantom Mortar ready here. Even then, Maxim still keeps firing, so Sandy didn't even land the smoke, I think, quite helpfully enough. Should pull back the target tank towards the mechanized Rickner. Keeps it there. I guess he's using it effectively like a bunker. Very slow moving bunker, but kind of a bunker still. Mines down there for Use-m246. Again, very consistent mining, incredibly consistent. Again, if you've got a lot of munitions or so, it's just spam mines. It's really effective. Kind of wing up there. Looking to try and deal with mines. Time for the firing away. T-Fed further falling back. Okay, we're holding up. Fixing up the target tank.
The enemy down to 50 points. Yes, comrade.
Panther snaps a bit. Quite hit there though. Panther command, which goes also in the coordinated barrage, about 45 is 123. Guess he's trying to line out for a big push in the center here. Probably should just honestly be sneaking up some of these to harass there and grab points. But he clearly wants that big dramatic push here to somehow beat his opponent at the same time win the fight. And building collapse, wiping out his folks going to be scored. Not great there. Target tank on the move here. Guards got caught being suppressed here. Pumps up on the other side. Maximum check to an issue. Should probably call in smoke. We got Mark targeting the target tank. Over here, the assault is countering a lot of issues there. Got Phantom Head. He's straight hit from the 6 field. Keeps moving in. Getting another hit here. Target tank taking hits here. Pushes forward to hit nonetheless. He knows it's do or die. He's only got a few victory points left. He just has to, yell Deutschland and leave it himself. On his club steel. Target tank knocked out. Sadly, 9-0. And there you go, GG game over, loss for PFC, a victory for Use-m246. Partly again, I feel like the issue was his time to focus too much on the centre when he probably should have focused more on the east. And, probably should have backtaken at some point for some light infantry guns that provide more consistent artillery cover and smoke screens. That way, I think, opening up for attacks. Plus, some Orbital Darden that didn't get wiped, I think, was also been crucial. I think had he not thrown away that Orbital Darden scored there, he probably would have been a better spot as well. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This has been Pure Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope you see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.